Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get him another first down here as he's able to dive forward to get as much as he can. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. From the shotgun, Wilson. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he gets it. Inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Wilson. Flush to his right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. Over there as his guys will get the football back. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you got to take care of the rock.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it.
All you got to do is
this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And got his man complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. It's a big play there for Vegas. Mixon with a first down carry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple. On play action, they'll throw. Now this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Darnell Mooney, 31 yards. And the Raiders have drawn even here drop to throw. And he won't be able to get the throw off. He's sacked. And you have to wonder why they went for it there. It remains a tie game. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about it. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense. They affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. These two teams all tied after 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A run for Nick Chubb. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They go play action now. Wilson rolling to his right. First down here inside the 30. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Touchdown, Bengals. Keenan Allen, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Bass on for the extra point. And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting
the Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Chris Barnes, his second sack of the night. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now back to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Alexander Johnson. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece
right down. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Nick Chubb, 37 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Oh, no, and it's intercepted. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. So that one will be accepted. They go play action here on first down. Completes a Mooney on the slant. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darnell Mooney, already his second touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, no, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And wow, the fair catch was signaled for and taken inside the 5-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
93 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Flushed out right. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
On third down, Wilson. This is caught by Evans. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now a jet sweep. This is Evans with it. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And he will be taken down deep in Las Vegas territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
From the gun on third down, Wilson letting one go deep for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Now they took their shot, but the coverage up to the task, and it forces a 4th down. The kick by Bass is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught at the 1, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there. 42 yards. And the Raiders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. They'll look to throw. Complete at the 1. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And oh my, mistake there. Backs up, takes a fair catch at the 3-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 2.
14.
To throw is Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself,
oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 21. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run,
and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to our EA studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. But gutsy call there. Yates at the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a later touchdown. Joe Mixon, a 12-yard touchdown run. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. They'll try and throw for it. That's caught. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the one. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the two-point attempt is turned aside. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the...
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. From the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. From the gun, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Airing this one out for Evans. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's third down. Throwing is Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked out by Trayvon Diggs. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
The drive starts with a completion left side, and down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. So far.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Raiders. Joe Mixon, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. They'll let Mixon try to run it in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. It's loose, and the Raiders have it. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
They'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up third and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They attempted to fade to the back corner of the end zone unsuccessfully. And I've been with you long enough, Brandon. I know it's not one of your favorite calls.
Well, it's interesting. Before working with you, I always viewed that as you're just taking away space and you're trapping yourself in a corner. But you actually have told me they're trying to create space where space is not.
Yeah, it's really it's a weird deal, isn't it? But you've got to just move that defender inside to create that separation and that little bit of space where there just isn't much.
Flush to his right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from...
Touchdown! Keenan Allen, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Well, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a two-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. On first down, Nixon. They find some open field here. And he's taken down inside the 30. 56 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
Second and 6. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Raiders. Darnell Mooney with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
From the 6. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Bengals drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Handoff comes to Chubb. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. And for the 4th time, he's picked off at his own 46. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darnell Mooney there to make the grab. And the Raiders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth-quarter lead. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. On first down, Wilson. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Raiders are going to have it here just past the 25. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 75 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.